Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing a tier list of all the killers based on how good I think they are. And I want to stress that it's how good I think they are, okay? On to the video. Alright, first we have Trapper, you know, the poster child. And actually Huntress is starting to become the poster child because she's been in like every trailer recently. But Trapper, I think you know where he's going. I used to main Trapper, but what can I say? I love maining D tier killers. Wraith. I don't know about you, but me and my friends, I don't think we suck with Wraith. I think he's just a bad killer, honestly. I'm not going to put him in D tier, but I am going to put him in C tier. Hillbilly. Now, the PTB update goes live in 2 days from when I'm recording this. I am going to put Hillbilly in S tier. Now, some people might not agree with that, but again, personal opinion. Nurse, I think we all know where she's going. She's going to the very top of S. I'm really good with Nurse, and I'm not very good at Killer. I mean, I'm like a 7 out of 10 on the skill scale, I guess. On to the next, we have Michael Myers, my boy, you know, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Sadly, I'm going to have to put him D tier. Now, this is going off of just the killer and their base power. I'm not including their add-ons, okay? I'm not including their add-ons. If you included his add-ons, I would probably put him B or A. Mainly because he has 2 insta-kill add-ons. Hag. Despite people not playing the Hag a lot, she's not D tier. She's literally the second least picked kill in the game. Obviously, the Twins is the worst one. I'm going to put Hag in B. I'm going to put her in B. Doctor. I'm very tempted to put him D tier. Mainly because I find him annoying, but also he's not a very good killer. He's good for information. I'll give him that. So I'll put him in C. I do not think he's better than Wraith, though. Wraith has a lot of mobility. He can body block windows. All right, Huntress. I'm going to put Huntress in A tier because, like, you know, you can literally injure someone from 50 kilometers away. Also, the hitboxes with her are really bad. Bad for the survivors. Like, if you hit like an entire foot behind a survivor, it counts as a hit anyways. But with Deathslinger, if you miss by a centimeter, it actually misses. Like, Deathslinger's hitboxes are so good for some reason. Huntress just has shitty hitboxes, but that benefits her, so obviously she's not going down. Bubba. I feel like most people would probably put him C or D, but my boy Spook and Jukes plays Bubba, dude, and I'm not going to disrespect him like that. I'm going to put Bubba in B tier. First of all, he has an insta-down. He has an insta-break on pallets. I mean, that's already 2 good things right there. The basement camp ability with him is so good, you know? Freddy. I don't even need to say anything about him. Now, okay, if you don't know how tier lists work, some people don't do it like this, but I do. The further to the left it is, the better it is in that category. So, Nurse, if I put her right here, that would mean Hillbilly's better than her. But they're still both S tier. So, is Freddy better than Trapper and Michael? What can Michael do without any add-ons? He can stalk for about 3 minutes and then 1 shot. What can Freddy do without add-ons? He can teleport to gens and then make people hindered. So I will move Freddy above Michael. Is he better than Trapper? Again, he can teleport. So he has a lot of mobility. Trapper has no mobility, so Freddy beat him there. Trapper has better anti-loop in my opinion, because we're not going off add-ons, so he can't use the fake pallets, obviously. So he has to use the snares, and a lot of survivors, they're just going to be awake half the time. But he does have that mobility, and that really gets him up. But Trapper does have the speed boost now after setting a trap. I'm sorry, but Freddy takes the cake on this one, man. I'm sorry. The pig. Nerf the pig, please. She's so overpowered. Like, the head pops are just ridiculous. She has stealth. She has a decent, you know, lunge attack. She has an insta-kill. Stealth, lunge, kill. I'm not going to put her C. I'm not going to put her D. I'll put her B. I'm going to put her above Doctor. Not above Wraith. Not above Wraith, but above Doctor. The Clown. He has so much anti-loop. If you don't know, his bottles hinder you by 15%. And he's already 15% faster than survivors, because he's a default speed killer. So, he moves 30% faster than you when that happens. Not even mentioning his yellow bottles add an additional 10%. So he is 40% faster than you with all that active. That is quite ridiculous in my opinion. Like, he has so much good mobility, so much good anti-loop. I'm going to put him B tier. So many people would call Clown a D tier killer. He's really not. He's really not. I respect your opinion, But fuck you. Spirit. I've heard multiple people call her an S tier killer. And then some people are like, no, fuck that shit. Clearly, she's not an S tier killer. I think without add-ons, she is A tier. Legion. Everyone hates Legion, but that doesn't mean he's bad. He's not D tier. He has the capability of really injuring literally everyone. It's either C or B in my mind. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with him yet. He's guaranteed a hit in his Frenzy. Pretty much guaranteed. He can vault pallets. Vault windows really quickly. Injure, injure, injure. And I think that's worthy of B tier. I will put Plague A tier. Just because you're injured the entire round. You either stay injured so she doesn't get her ability, or you heal yourself. She gets her ability, and then she just downs everyone. Okay? Ghostface. Sorry, I'm putting him in D tier. Probably not below Michael. I'll put him above Michael. Demogorgon. He can insta-break pallets. He can literally lunge across the entire earth. Also, he can teleport. So, I'm going to put him A tier. Just because of the fact that he's a really good killer. Oni. The snowballing capabilities are really good with Oni. You know, you down someone, you're like, oh, there's another guy, down him. Just keep going and going and going. I'm going to put him B tier. If you're a good Oni, you could probably say he's A tier or maybe even S tier, but we're just going off of the average player. I do think he's better than Bubba, Clown, and Legion. Deathslinger. A lot of people might not agree with this. Some might. I think Deathslinger personally is an A tier killer. Better than Demogorgon, definitely. And actually, I'm going to move Plague above Spirit. Just because being injured the entire round really sucks. Executioner. Personally, I don't like playing as him. I just find it very boring. If you charge your attack and you press M1 to use it, you can quickly spin and do a 180 while you're doing it. I just recently saw a YouTube video on that, and I was like, wow, that's actually crazy. So I would have put him like B tier, but I'm going to move him up just because of that trick, and it doesn't require anything. You just have to turn really quickly. Blight, I think we all know where this is going. He's going, well, not that far up. Blight's always been the second best killer in the game. I think everyone agrees with that. The twins. Now, before yesterday, I despised the twins. Just mainly because the first couple matches I ever played with her sucked. I got the sweatiest survivors that you could possibly imagine. Just gens popping left and right. And then I was like, you know what? Yesterday, I was really bored. And I was like, you know what? I play these killers way too much. Because I play every killer. I play literally every single killer except for the twins. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm gonna make myself suffer. That's what I said to myself. And I played the twins. And I was surprised. I was surprised because she is really not that bad. Well, there's two of them. They're really not that bad. Like, genuinely, they're not that bad. Usually, I'd make a joke. I'd put, like, the twins, and then they'd have their own tier. But I am going to unironically put them in B tier. Unironically. Because guess what? Anti-face camping feature doesn't matter. You can camp with Victor, and the bar will not go up. And you're guaranteed an injure because they can't kick you. They literally cannot kick you unless you miss an attack or if you go dormant. And it's really good. I do think they are better than Legion and Clown. Now, there's really nothing they have against pallets. Okay, I'm going to take that back. They'll go at the bottom of B tier. They have nothing that has, like, help with pallets. Like, you know, Hag, she can put a trap around a pallet. If a survivor vaults it, then you can teleport and hit them. Oni insta-breaks pallets with his power. Bubba insta-breaks pallets. Clown can easily just throw bottles and get around it really easily. Legion can jump over pallets. The twins really doesn't have anything when it comes to pallets. That's the only issue that I have with her so far. Trickster. Now, if I was going on killers that I hate playing as, he would be S tier. And playing against, he'd be S tier. The main reason I hate Trickster so much is because he has no counterplay. When I play as Trickster, people just zigzag. And guess what? They get downed anyways. Same when I'm playing Survivor against a Trickster. I zigzag, doesn't matter. The only thing you can do against him is zigzag, because you drop a pallet, you're getting hit. Vault a window, you're getting hit by the knives. There's literally nothing you can do to counter him. I really feel like when he gets stunned with a pallet, his knives should be gone. Anyways, Trickster, just based off how good he is, since he has no counterplay pretty much, I'm going to put him in A tier. Like, literally, they can't counter you at all. And your main event comes so quickly now, I mean, you're guaranteed a fast down. Nemesis. He has counterplay. You could dodge the tentacle. Right? And then he is pretty much just an M1 killer, especially at tier 1 of his tentacle. At tier 2, he's a little bit more interesting because he can break pallets. And it doesn't require add-ons. It's just base. So I would put him D tier, but I will put him C tier. He can insta-break pallets. None of these killers can do it. I'm going to put him at the top of C tier. I almost forgot his name. Pinhead. Pinhead, he has built-in slowdown from the chains coming after you. That's good. If you saw that someone picked up your box on the left when, the gold rings around them, and you know where they are somehow, I don't know how you would know that, but let's say you saw them pick it up across the map, send your chain, grab them, hit them, get the box, boom. So the built-in slowdown already puts him in above D tier. And, obviously he can chain you mid-loop. He has good anti-loop. B tier. I mean, he can teleport across the map, too. A tier. Artist. Straight up, I'm going to put Artist in A tier. She's probably going to go up further. I just need to figure out where she's going to go. She can hit through walls. She has good anti-loop. And the main reason I think she's better is because, watch it. Let's say you're at a really good loop with a pallet. You put a bird up. You go around. When the survivor gets that pallet, you launch the birds. They get injured. And if you're close by the survivor when they get injured, you have pretty much no cooldown. You can just immediately hit them afterwards. Sadako. Now, remember, we're going off of the PTB live release. And Sadako currently is good. But, during the PTB, they made her suck absolute dog crap. So I'm going to put her D tier. Just because she's just horrible now. Obviously, she's better than Michael Myers, Ghostface, and Trapper. She can teleport. And then she can insta-kill. I'm going to put her above Freddy. But, yeah, Deathslinger is not who we're doing. I don't know why I said that. The Dredge. They both start with Ds, that's why. The Dredge. Good anti-loop. He can teleport. His Nightfall is very, very strong. And it makes him teleport even faster. I'm sorry, but killers that can teleport, I automatically put in A tier. Because if you can get across the map really, really quickly, other than Freddy, of course. If you can get across the map really, really quickly, that's really good. Main reason Freddy is so bad, he can only teleport to generators. And during the endgame, he's super weak because there's no generators to teleport to. If they're finished, you can't teleport to them. Which I think is kind of dumb. I think you should be able to teleport them. Personally, I think there should be beds spread across the map, and you can teleport to the beds. It doesn't make much sense, but he goes out to people that are sleeping, so. Or maybe they should make it to where when a survivor is asleep, Freddy sees their aura for 10 seconds when they fall asleep. Or maybe 5 seconds. 10 is a little strong. Especially if he had Lethal Pursuer. But let's say when a survivor goes to sleep, when a survivor falls asleep, he can see their aura for 5 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, if they're still asleep, he can teleport to the survivors. Now, of course, after he teleports to a survivor, he has a 2-second cooldown where he cannot do anything. But then he can start chasing and hitting them. I think that would be pretty good. I know it sounds kind of weird in theory, but if you actually did it, I think that would be a really good change for him. Because teleporting to only gens really, really sucks. On to my boy, Wesker. You know what I'm saying? Wesker, I'm putting him in A tier. I know there's a lot of killers in A tier. I might move some. I'm not going to lie. I might move some. But right now, Wesker, he's A tier. Good anti-loop. He can insta-down you if you're fully infected. And he's fun for both sides. We're not going off of fun. But I'm going to put him above... if you hug tech with him, yeah. I'm putting him right here. You know what? Let's adjust the scale right now before we get too far ahead. I think this is okay. I think this is good. All right, Knight. Great anti-loop. Not great. Amazing anti-loop. Amazing anti-loop. You drop a Knight, they're going to leave guaranteed. Guaranteed. If it's not guaranteed and they stay, they're getting hit either way. So he's already above D tier. Now, obviously, only one of his guards is faster than the survivors. I believe that's the assassin. The other two are slower by, I think... No, actually, I'm pretty sure all of his guards are faster by 2.5%. Yes. Yes, they move at 102.5%. Except for the assassin. I'm pretty sure the assassin moves faster. Not quite sure the exact numbers. Skull Merchant. Unpopular opinion, I think she's good. A lot of people complain because they're like, behavior nerfed Skull Merchant. But she's still overpowered. No. Guys, you need to listen. Behavior nerfed her 3-gen capabilities, not her herself. Now, her drones are nerfed where they can't insta-down you, but that's not, like, they were nerfing her 3-gen capabilities. They weren't nerfing her. Right? As a whole. Like, they nerfed her drones a little bit. They're still really strong, but the 3-gen capabilities of her are gone. Because if you stay inside of a drone's range, if it detects you, another drone cannot detect you unless you leave the range and then go back into another one. So I'm sorry for all you like Skull Merchant haters. I'm going to put her in B tier. Because if you put down a drone, again, if they stay in the drone's range, it does not injure them unless they leave it and then come back in. Actually, they can leave it, and they have immunity for 3 seconds. So if they leave it and then come back in within 3 seconds, it still doesn't do anything to them. All right. Singularity. I recently had a match on Macmillan Estate, the Guarding Storehouse, where I just had a 3-genning Singularity. Obviously, 3-genning's getting fixed, thank goodness. But it was a very annoying and stressful match. Obviously, we're going off of how good they are, though. He has good anti-loop. He can set down a camera and easily get a ball sack on your back. They can get rid of your cameras with the EMPs, but if you just shoot it and then place a new one down, perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine, which is so dumb. It needs to be changed. I think if a camera gets EMP'd, you cannot destroy it until it is unaffected by the EMP later. You should not be able to destroy it unless it's functioning properly, you know? Now, the moment I've been waiting for personally, Xenomorph. My least favorite killer to go against, but one of my favorite to play as. The reason being, he has no anti-loop. Now, you might be thinking, what do you mean he doesn't have any anti-loop? If you're asking that question, you're kind of dumb. If you vault a window, he hits you with his tail. If you fake the window, there's a chance he can miss, but there's like a 90% chance he's going to hit you with an M1. At a pallet, it's a little different. If you drop the pallet, you get hit, but you could fake the pallet, and there's a chance that he could miss, and then you could stun him. But it's very low. Almost never happens. Although I get really good killers in my lobbies, so maybe they're just more skilled. But, yeah. And you might be thinking you could just put a turret at every loop, but I play solo queue. My friends are always, you know, doing something else. Well, not always. Like, me and my friend played until, like, 6 a.m. for the past 2 days. But, you know, it's just like, no one is going to put a turret at every single loop. And even if they do, his ability comes back fairly quickly. I'm going to put him in A tier just because he has no counterplay and he's really overpowered. I do not think he's better than Deathslinger, though. Wait. Deathslinger, I think his anti-loop is better because he can literally shoot you through some gaps and then just drag you all the way around. But Xenomorph can teleport. I'm gonna put him right here. I think that's a fair placement for him. Chucky, Chuckers. He has good anti-loop. He has stealth. He has a Blight rush, but he doesn't have to bump off the wall first. He can hug tech with that too. He can do it while going through a window and while going under a pallet. He can vault under pallets. There's just so many things about him that are really good. I'm going to put him S tier. I'm pretty sure Odds Darva put him A+ tier. but I'm not gonna let his scale throw off mine. I do think personally that he's an S tier killer. He is better than Hillbilly in my mind too. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I know a lot of people might not agree with this, but again, it's my own personal opinion. If you don't like it, then just deal with it. And anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.